Do you mind? I'm trying to have a quiet moment to myself here. Gods! She's still trying to control me. That's why I left. I'm not taking orders from Cousin Freda anymore, and I'll be staying in Evermore whether she likes it or not. Thanks for the message. Thanks for reminding me why I'm here.
Nothing down here's in the right place. You know what that means? It just means more dumb dung I gotta deal with before I can get out of here. Caravan contract job east of here in those old Aliad ruins. Selosli, they call the place. Some mage out there wants an armed escort, and I'm the only one available to go. I can't stand dealing with mages, especially when it's just me. By Moloch, yes. I could use a partner on this one. Like I said, the pickup's out in the Selosli ruins. Meet me out there and we'll make some coin together.
Noshira. Nope, your reputation precedes you. You have accomplished a great deal on your adventures. Now, perhaps, you wish to take the next step. In your travels, you have honed your skills. But a wealth of magical and martial disciplines exist across Tamriel. I have walked many paths, learned many things. I will show you how to teach yourself. How to open yourself up to the ways of the Ardent Flame, the learnings of the Grave Lords, how to wield curative rune forms or grasp the balance of the green. All these, and more, are possible in time. Very well. Before you begin your tutelage, what disciplines would you like to discuss? There are many to choose from. The study of the High Arcane, the duality of light and dark, perhaps, or the powers of the natural world. The manipulation of magicka, speaking with the dead, summoning Daedra. There are many arts known to spellcrafters across the land. Do you wish to speak of those who call themselves sorcerers, arcanists, or necromancers? Death mages, like the Zuran champion Zareth Var. Necromancers focus on a discipline they call Bone Tyrant, calling forth the limbs of the dead to protect themselves. Their tradition of living death channels spiritual energy to restore wounds. They also perfect the knowledge of the Grave Lord, the purest of necromantic arts. Offensive magic that culls the life from the living, fueling their power and turning foe against friend. Hold the disciplines you wish to study in your mind. Feel their power in your heart, and reach out with your thoughts. The path to learning these new skills begins with but a single step, To choose new discipline. To choose new discipline.
Only the finest wares here.
I tell you, things grow darker here by the damn hour. Reachmen are right down there. Came in by boat, took the lighthouse, and now they're crawling up in the woods to assess our defenses. And our orders are to just sit here and watch. Captain Huron's fought the bastards' leader before, Strasnok. He says we're outmatched and we have to just wait them out. I say the captain's a few links shy of a full chain. With our defenses weakened, we can't risk waiting. Absolutely. Captain's ordered us to hold back, but not you. And he did say we need more outside help. Morale's been down in the dung heap since King Eamon died. If you can lop off this Strasnok's head, it'd be an inspiration to the men. I won't lie to you, friend. Things are grim. The king and his heirs are dead. Our forces decimated. Crows are everywhere. People have lost hope. Bring Strasnok's head to Captain Huron at the South Gate. That'll be a big win for us. The king's brother, Duke Renchant. He's at least acting as regent right now. Should have been Queen Argella who took over, but she's not been herself. Understandable after losing her husband and her children, but the people miss her. I wouldn't say that. They just don't know him. Renchant's doing the best he can with what he's got. He's taking action. He's the one who put Captain Huron in charge of defenses. I'm trying not to hold that against him, though. I shouldn't talk bad about the captain. He's probably the right man for the job. He's a Nord, and he's fought the Reachmen before. With most of our officers dead, the Duke only had so many options. We had to have someone new. Sir Jarned? Poor old sot. He was escorting Princess Alara when she got ambushed and killed. Jarned would have been better off if he had died there too. I thought the Queen was going to have him executed. He got off lucky, really. Beats the oblivion out of me. Ever since King Eamon died, they've been showing up all over the city. With all their cackling, it's a damn plague. Creepy, too. They're just sitting there, watching us. It's like they've come to see us all die.
Keeping myself busy.
Azora, please help me. Now that's incredible! Azora sent you, didn't she? Here I am, down on my knees, begging Azora for help, and you walk up. If that's not divine intervention, I don't know what is. You are going to help me, right? What do I not need help with? We had a shrine to Azora here, but the supernal dreamers came and killed everyone, defiled the shrine, and stole our relics. I just want to get the relics back and take them to Pariah Abbey. It needs to be cleansed, but I'm only a novice. I just want to return to the Abbey with the relics. Oh, and there was another spirit warden here trying to help me. I think he was captured. Could you look for him too? Please say you'll help. I managed to escape with some relics, so there are only a few left. If you can recover them and look for the warden who was captured, you'll be answering my prayers.
there's a friendly face. After being surrounded by supernal dreamers for so long, it's refreshing. The more I get to know these people, the more I despise them. I was, and still am. I just allowed myself to be captured so I could listen to what the supernal dreamers were planning here. I've learned this much. It's far more serious than just a few stolen relics. There were some extremely powerful relics here, ancient conjuration boxes. It seems the supernal dreamers have learned how to activate these devices, and they plan to use them to summon terrible fiends. You can. The dreamers won't let us just waltz through their camp, and I'm not much use in a fight. Leave the other relics with me, though. You just need to find the key to the boxes somewhere in the camp and then seal them closed. I appreciate your confidence. One last thing. These conjuration boxes are inhabited by spirits. I can't predict what will happen when you close them, but it must be done. Afterwards, meet me down where Tabitha's camped out. Good luck, friend.
Transgressed. The energy of these relics was used for darkness. The portal is closed, but something came through. It must be destroyed. A cursed creature from another realm. A Daedra. It must be slain. An enchantment hides its foul form, but this scroll of sight will reveal it. Follow the sound of falling water and use the scroll to find it. My remains were poured into a box centuries ago, along with countless others. The box was used against its purpose. My spirit was brought here to see this wrong put right. What was summoned must be destroyed.
The towers. Were you able to close the conjuration boxes in the towers? It's a good thing you were here, or I imagine they would have summoned many more. I'm going to take these relics back to Pariah Abbey. I can escort Tabitha back too.
Please, anyone. The Count... You've got to help me. I mean, us. I mean the whole town. The Countess has gone crazy, and everyone's fighting about who should be in charge. She's the only one who can run this place. We need to help her. I don't know, and if anyone would know, it would be me. I'm her manservant. The other day, she called all the servants up and dismissed us. Since then, she's been shut up in the house, refusing to leave. The whole town's talking about it. No, the Count died years ago, and she's been in charge ever since. Of course, every eligible man in Stormhaven has come calling, trying to court her, but she doesn't like them. Or hasn't married, at least. Please, can you just talk to her? I can't thank you enough. So many people in town just want to write her off. They're less worried about her welfare than they are about who should take authority of Windkeep. Everyone asks that. King Afrin conquered Windkeep and renamed it Afrin's Hold, just to the south. The town kept the old name. It's a small place, but we do a fair amount of trade.
The Countess is wealthier than most of her suitors. Yeah, the Countess has at least 5 different men who've been courting her. Not common folk like you and me either. We're talking noblemen, people with lots of gold to throw around. They buy her some pretty fancy gifts. I wouldn't go near that place if I were you. They say it's haunted. Some other people came by asking about it recently. Haven't seen them since. So like I said, I wouldn't go there. I don't know. They were all wearing the same types of clothes. Looked like some kind of Daedric cultists. All the more reason to stay away from Afrin's hold, if you ask me.
The lines on my face tell a sad story. The tale of a woman whose youth was stolen by circumstance. I was widowed even before I flowered. I did what I thought was right. I assumed the burden of leadership, but I paid for that choice. I paid dearly. Of course, Matthias is such a sweet boy, and he served me well. It's a pity that I no longer have need of his service. I've been so false, so empty. I have no right to be a countess. I can see that now in my reflection. Windkeep needs a real leader, not a little girl masquerading as a woman of authority. Don't you see how hollow I am? I'm a shell of a person. Just look in the mirror.
Mirror is not for your eyes. Look away. Go away. You look into the mirror seeking answers. But there are no answers here for you. I am here for the Countess, and the Countess alone. You would be wise to be on your way. I have taken the Countess away, but it was with no animosity. The Countess you see before you is the reflection. The true Countess is in the mirror, and that is where she will stay. I will not. The mirror is the gift to her, but she is the gift to me. If you wish to release her, you'll have to pass through to the other side, into my domain. You shall find a warm welcome there.
An enchanted saddle warmer? You're too generous, Sir Bryce. I don't go riding often these days. Do you see what I've become? Look at the reflection. I'm old, I'm fat, and sometimes Argonian. No one will ever admire me again.
But I don't want to rush into anything.
It's not? Are you sure? I don't want to go back to a world where I'm reviled. Where is Matthias? Why hasn't anyone come to help me?
Indeed I would, Urani, if that were truly the case. I'm afraid you gentlemen will...
He did? How do you know Matthias? Never mind. Can you take me to him? Can we leave this terrible place? Whoever you are, I'm going to make sure you're well rewarded for this. Well, that was an adventure now, wasn't it? I'm fortunate that you came along. You certainly have my thanks. Where is Matthias? Where are the other servants? I did? That's worse than I thought, then. I had absolutely no control over myself whatsoever. Or was that even me? I'm sorry, I'm not used to being compromised like this. But that only doubles my debt to you. My first order of business now will be to shatter that mirror into 1,000,000 pieces. Next, and possibly even more important, I need to find out which of my suitors gave me the accursed thing. Greed. Plain and simple. Since the day my husband died, there's been a line of suitors, each with a more extravagant gift than the last. They want to buy me and my title. I certainly have. Why should I share my land, my bed, with such fobbing louts? Now one of my suitors apparently seeks to take me out of the picture. Matthias will know which suitor dropped off the mirror. Would you help me investigate this? If you don't mind, please apologize to Matthias for me as well. Tell him I would have him and all the other servants return if they're willing. No more suitors, though. I'm done pretending. I have no intention of marrying again. Certainly not now. No, they're all equally shallow and untrustworthy. Sir Bryce and the Altmer Eurelian are the worst. It was probably one of those who gave me the mirror. Sir Bryce is a man of honor, a knight of the flame with what he claims is a passion to match. The poor man. Bryce believes his own falsehoods. He says he loves me, but if I were clothed in rags, I'd be invisible to him. He claims he was drawn across the leagues by my beauty, but the truth is that Eurelian is the disinherited son of some wealthy mage. Rather than a talent for magic, though, Eurelian has a talent for spending. He would have me be his bank. Oh, I'm sure that several of my suitors will have already suggested they take custody of the estate. Both Eurelian and Sir Bryce are likely trying to rally support so they can petition the king.
This can't be happening. Not Matthias. He wouldn't have stomped on a diseased rat, let alone hurt a person. We were just standing here talking. He said you went in to talk to the Countess, so we were waiting. Then all of a sudden an arrow flew out of nowhere right into his chest. He was dead before he hit the ground. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with what happened to the Countess. Did you talk to her? What did she say? Is she all right? The mirror? Is that what was wrong with her? Oh goodness, Matthias would have known. I don't really know the suitors. Maybe it was Sir Bryce, or that Altmer Eurelian. Probably the Altmer. He's shady. I'd check him first. I think he's from some rich family in the Aldmeri Dominion. All I've ever heard him talk about is gold. He even described the Countess's hair as strings of gold. Sir Bryce is really respectable. I don't know why the Countess isn't more receptive to him. He's a knight of the flame and everything. I think he would make a good husband. Of course, he's never even noticed me.
This blacksmith makes quite a bit of gold. I wonder how much he pays in taxes to the Countess. You mean, if I were the Count? I hoped for something like that, but my days of courting the Countess have come to an end. I've no gold left for gifts. Haven't been able to give her anything for weeks.
she's already forgotten me. No, I'm afraid not. I couldn't afford to give her a flower. So it was a mirror that finally won her over. Maybe Sir Bryce or Rowleen Mounier was the lucky one. There is someone who would know for sure, but I'm sworn to secrecy. I suppose he's an honorable sort. He certainly carries himself that way. If I was to choose the suitor to whom I had lost the Countess's hand, it would be him. I could at least understand her wanting to marry a knight. I know of him, but I don't consort with members of the working class. I certainly hope he wasn't the one to win the Countess's hand. I would be humiliated to be upstaged by someone of low birth. I suppose I'd be a fool to turn down such an opportunity. Very well, there's a young woman named Elaine who's obsessed with the Countess. What some might call a stalker. She'll know who presented the mirror. She's the one to ask.
Oh, it's you. I saw you leaving the Countess's house earlier. I don't mean to intrude, but I simply have to ask, are you yet another suitor come to seek her hand in marriage? Oh, well then, I suppose you're an old friend of the Countess's. I don't want to pry, of course, but, well, I am curious. What exactly is your relationship with her? The mirror? Matthias could have told you. Oh, but he was killed, wasn't he? Well, I don't mind telling you. It was actually a new suitor, but a strong contender. Tall, dark, handsome, very dignified. I heard his footman call him Syrian. Well, I mean, I was curious, so yes, I followed him. He hiked up into the woods north of town. Kind of peculiar, honestly. So, can you tell me what this is all about? I'm dying to know. Cursed? Mara's mercy! That's terrible! I guess you're going after Syrian, then. Is the Countess all right? Never mind. You have work to do. Go on. This is getting good. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Oh, praise the aid, it's you. Quick, untie me. The Countess was so sad about Matthias. She sent me to get flowers for his funeral. But on the way, one of these crazy cultists snuck up and just grabbed me. He dragged me back here and they asked me all these questions. This whole thing, the mirror, it wasn't the suitors. These cultists wanted to get rid of the Countess so they can take over the town. They forced me to talk. I think they're planning to kill the Countess at the funeral. You have to go stop them.
Have you come to pay your respects? That's very kind of you. Matthias was such... He was good to me. Better than I deserved, I think. In danger? Is it one of those pathetic suitors? Are they really that determined to have me out of the way? Oh no. That must be them. Please, you have to protect me.
We must maintain the purity of the Daggerfall Covenant. Raymond got what he deserved.
It looks clear now. Hurry. Meet me back at the manse. It seems you wound up saving me twice. I wish I knew a proper way to express my level of gratitude. Whoever these supernal dreamers are, they are cunning and clearly willing to go to great lengths to achieve their goals. I'm happy to be alive, and I'm also glad to know you stopped them cold. This has all been such an ordeal. I feel like there's so much to do now that it's over. Well, I want to go back to the graveyard and pay proper respects to my poor, sweet Matthias. And I suppose I must say something to my suitors. Speaking of which, I'm sorry you had to talk to them before. I know that must have been painful. I think it's probably best if I just stop pretending. I have no intention of marrying again, and I should stop playing these games. You helped me realize that.
Step up. Have a look.
I can't believe my part.
I knew we never should have trusted Baron up there. Thanks for saving the city.
If the dreg attack again, the blasted dreg are everywhere, and these citizens are brave, but they're no soldiers. Can you help, stranger? It's desperate. What else can they do? They have to defend their families. Somehow there are dreg eggs scattered around the neighborhood. That seems to be what the creatures are after. Dregside is part of Baron Sorik's fief, but he refuses to send any soldiers. It's crazy. We have to stop this before any more citizens get themselves killed. It would help if we got these eggs out of Dregside and back to the pools. Mara, bless you for helping these people. They don't have anyone else to turn to. Just don't get yourself killed, all right? Check on Adil Sharnas. Her house is just north of here. She told me Dreg took her husband. I need to stay here to keep an eye on the defense, but I'd appreciate it if you could help her out.
They took him. They took my husband. He was only trying to defend our homes, but the dreg took him. Please, stranger, can you help? The dreg, they attacked us out of nowhere. My husband tried to fight back. Those things wounded him and dragged him off. To their spawning pools. Arcady might still be alive. May the Eight bless you for helping us. Please, find my Arcady. The dreg came clattering into Dregside, attacking people. It was terrifying. My husband, Arcady, tried to rally folks to fight back. Sergeant Stégine brought a few guards. He's a good man, but it was 4 of them against all those dreg. Baron Sorik owns this land. We begged for more guards, but he says the dreg will leave on their own. Doesn't he care? Their hatching pools are nearby, but they've never bothered us before. For some reason, the dreg came into town looking for trouble, and the people fought back. Some were killed, but others were dragged away. It's awful.
Thanks. I'm getting out of here. Okay, bless you. Thanks. I'm getting out of here. okay, bless you. I saw Dreg dragging Arcady toward the statue of King Jolie. That way.
I can breathe again. Thank the eight, I can breathe. I'm not hurt, but I'd be dead without you. The Dreg were keeping us for food and feeding us to their young. The little ones would gnaw through the mud and... It doesn't matter now. I'm going to find whoever's responsible for this. When I find out who did this to me, to us, I'll kill him. I'm not sure, but that dead man at arms there was one of them. I saw them bringing Dreg eggs into town from the pools. But they saw me too. That's how I ended up here. He tagged along behind the Dreg to make sure they disposed of me. I guess he just got too close. Serves him right, the rat.
Halt! Go no further till you've spoken with... O intrepid traveler, heed my words before you climb this hill. You see yon tower-topped hill behind me? It's become a haunt of infernal abominations from beyond Mundus, demonic spirits sent here for the torment of mortals. Sorry. Priestess of Stendar. We always talk like that. Anyway, it's bad. I hope so. The sorceress undead on the hill have captured some of the locals who strayed too near. I tried to save them, but was driven back by the hideous, heinous power of their benighted... Anyway, I was driven back. Be careful. Be vigilant. Trust in Stendar. Once, yon looming abandoned tower was the garden spot of Princess Violetta, a daughter of the House of Gardner that ruled Wayrest before Emmerich. It was a joyous place where flowers bloomed, birds sang, and lovers dallied. It was nice. The Daedric Prince Molag Bal took note of its purity and aura of benevolence, and was sore offended. He cast a blight upon the height, profaning it with horrid undead. Thus, happy birdsong tower that was became the fell, soul-shriven tower that is. Rites so horrible, the details would blast your mind. Suffice to say, the necromancers draw energy from their captives' torment so as to rend the barrier between worlds and summon more of their nefarious ilk. What I mean is, they're sacrificing them. The Daedric Prince writes, the Daedric Prince...
You have been to Cold Harbor. I see its mark upon you. You must be able to hear me. Yes, you. Like me, you have been defiled by the Lord of Brutality. I've been screaming for so long. You must destroy us, Empty One. I do not want to be his eyes any longer. The Lord of Cold Harbor, Molag Bal. The necromancers plan to place us where they can spy on his enemies. Even now, he looks upon you through me. Gather the cursed skulls, cast us upon the charnel heap in the tower, end our torment.